hope I've got the right place. Hello, this must be where Murray Raine lives. This way? Down here? Wow, hi Murray.
Hi, Carmen. Hi, Rebecca. How are you? Come on down. We decide whether it's going to be a rod puppet or a marionette. We draw the basic picture out, what it's going to be like, how big it's going to be. From there,
what is this one going to be? A marionette or a rod
well,
puppet?
I think it's going to be a spaceman. I'm not too sure. What do you think?
Actually, it looks a bit...
Big googly eyes.
Yeah.
So anyway, after we've got our picture of how big he's going to be and what he's going to look like, then we construct a basic mould out of clay. It's a very soft clay. We mix the plaster up, we pour it on top. We use a very special sort of plaster that sets very quickly. So after we've got our plaster, yep, that's it. So we've got the plaster casing. Inside is the clay. After that, we dig all the clay out with one of these.
Yeah.
Dig all the clay out so we've got a mould. Then we can either tip latex rubber into it, or we can put paper mache into it. You know, paper mache that you make at school with newspaper and glue.
Yeah.
So basically, that's the way we build a head.
And it's they're using tools that are fairly simple for us to find.
Sure.
Yeah.
The latex rubber is here. It's like milk when we buy it.
Except don't drink it.
So don't drink it, yeah, because it'll gum all your works up. So we pour the latex rubber in, fill it right up to the top. We leave it an hour or so till it forms a skin around the outside or the inside of the mould. Pour the latex out. So you've got the skin or the actual thickness of the latex you desire. Then after it's set, dry, you pull the latex out and you've got your head.
So Harold, how many of there are you?
Well, look, what a buzzy little interview this is, isn't it?
Well, I was just asking how many of there are you?
Well, there's actually around about 50 of us Harold the giraffes around the world.
Well, tell me something. Do you think it gets boring for people to make 50 of you?
I think you've been having salami for lunch, haven't you?
Oh, well, I was going to tell you had nice blue eyes, but I won't now.
Well, I know that as a fact.
This is a very traditional sort of marionette. It's a dislocating puppet, so his head can come off. And once you've taken his head off, even his legs can come off, and he still moves. That's what we call a dislocating marionette. A lot of puppets we use are fairly complicated because they're trick marionettes.
Right, but this is a
They're made
basic
to do
one.
something.
This is a basic one?
This is a fairly basic marionette down here. We have the control, which all marionettes have, a T-bar, and this part here is a leg bar, which simply fits on like that. It has a hook, so we can hook the puppet up. Most marionettes have around about 8 strings. Shoulder strings, head strings, arm strings, and 2 for the legs. The problem with this puppet is that he's got such a big head, but he doesn't always need to have the big head because he can lift his head up and he's got another one underneath. Another trick puppet. She starts off where she's very, very sad and worried. And then she ends up turning into... We built the body in 2 pieces of sponge rubber. First of all, cut it out with an electric knife, glued it on. We covered it tightly with terry toweling, which I'd first of all dyed to a flesh colour to match the paint job in her face, because she's got a latex head, sponge rubber body, and this is just a Dacron filling, you know, like when you feel cushions and things like that. Well, that's how we made the size of her. Then it goes off to the dressmakers. The dressmaker whacks the dress onto her, and that's basically how we've done it.
Thanks a lot, Carmen, for having me, and will you thank Murray for me? See you later.